Today was very interesting, but I have a lot to say about today. If any of you all have been killing it with Mullen, that is absolutely amazing. Today was actually not a good day for me. I'll get to that in a minute as well too. But I have a lot to talk about in this video. Not really too sure what I'm going to title this video, but I do have quite a bit to actually say that are very important. And firstly, I just want to do an update. And before I forget, happy Taco Tuesday to everyone out there. If you don't celebrate Taco Tuesday, well, it's never too late. If you are not a fan of chicken, you can have some beef tacos. If you don't like beef, you are a vegetarian, then you can have some shrimp tacos. If you are if you are just believe vegan, yeah, let's say, well, hardcore vegetarian, no fish, or a vegan, you can just have, taco shell, or maybe a taco wrap, or whatever. Either way, the point is you all should grab a beer. I'm actually drinking a very old beer that I have not had. I actually found this weekend. I'll go ahead and show a pic right now. I'm gonna butcher the first part. Bitburger, I think. Premium pills. Anyways, I used to be stationed in Germany for a couple years with the U.S. military. Everyone would call this beer premium pills. This beer back in 2020, 2021 was actually cheaper than effing water. You could get a bottle of water in Europe during the time that I was there. I believe it was like €3. You could get you could get a beer for €2. Beer was cheaper than water. Absolutely crazy. I don't know if beer there is actually still cheaper than water, but cheers, everyone. All right, I'm going to actually enjoy some regular beef tacos tonight. Kind of getting tired of shrimp tacos, but all right, let's go ahead and get to Mullen, because I guarantee you that's why the vast majority of you all came here. Thank you for watching. If you're not subscribed, think about subscribing. I have made YouTube content before, and never about Mullen, never about stocks though. Something completely different. But I do really enjoy making these videos, and they are they're beneficial to me, and also beneficial because it's good to vent, especially when you're trading stocks, especially if you're making a mistake or something. You can look at things a different way, and hopefully everyone's getting value out of these videos, not just entertainment, but actual value. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a small fish in a big pond. Young trader as well. Been day trading. I would say more so better swing trading in the last year. But overall, started to get into the stock market 2020, right after COVID kicked off. Bought all the down COVID stocks. 35, and honestly, I really wish I started to get in the stock market back after the recession in 2009. When Obama literally said we are entering a new secular bull market and technology stocks are booming. Yeah, I did not take advantage of that, but who cares? We got to look for the future now. David Mitchery, 83.7 million. I don't know if this is true or not. Probably is not. Anyways, David did not buy any new shares, according to Benzinga. SEC filings yesterday. It was just an AK filed for the news that was dropped, which was really good and significant. I made a video on that yesterday talking about the news. Mullen did not drop any news today. There was a lot of anticipation for news to come. I was really hoping and praying that the insiders, along with David, did step up yesterday and bought some shares. I mean, you sold all your shares, David, for $5 million before massive dilution. What? Like seriously, come on. You can at least throw $1 million, or maybe more. Positive note, we are above a crucial point of 35 million market cap. We're pretty much at near the bottom that we were when I actually started making these videos. And I'm going to probably put out a new video tomorrow going back to what I was saying over a month and a half ago when I gave some price predictions. Excuse me. And I'm talking realistic price positions with the reason to get there. Could Mullen push into the 60s to get an evaluation of how much they have in assets, which is around 400 mil? Sure. Yeah. With the right news to value the company at a 10x right now. But everything comes with news. There's no news today, so obviously Mullen, but yesterday there was news. Mullen runs on news. That's how it is. All right, so let's go over the chart here. We are on the 1 minute time frame for today. Oh boy, what did I just do? I screwed up something really quickly. Close without saving. Okay, let's let's start on the 1 minute time frame, and then we'll go back to the we'll go higher from there. Hang on, I gotta let's go all the way back. All right, we gotta exit off some of this stuff. Oh, I don't feel drunk, but I had a couple beers. Oh, man, I love Taco Tuesday. Okay. Collapse, you, MACD, RSI, we don't really need. Okay, so one thing to note, I gotta start getting away some of this stuff. Yeah, it's really annoying. The pivot levels today, obviously, were absolutely insane. We fell off after market opened, or when market opened at 4 o'clock in the morning. A lot of times when big runners tend to fall off, they tend to fizzle out throughout the day, kind of like Mullen did, unfortunately. A lot of the big runners that continue to run tend to get a pop right as soon as market opens. A pop, consolidation, maybe another pop, maybe some pullback. But the fact that Mullen did not break their after-hours high when market opened, that was really definitely concerning. And I was actually up little before 5 in the morning Eastern time. And this is all Eastern time charting as well. Oh, yeah, more beer. Oh, so good. So, if you see my previous videos, like I said, I was in the 700% run, not knowing what I made so many mistakes. The biggest mistake I held at the high back in the end of March 2022 like a dum-dum. But anyways, I remember that during those 3 weeks, we had about 15 trading days where Mullen ran from 50 cents all the way up to past $4.20. And I remember that I was taking some day trades, I was swing trading, and the entire month of March, I ended up waking up like around 3:45 every night. My body just woke myself up. I'm like, oh, because it was very exciting. I would buy in like at the end of the day, and then in after hours of Mullen, they would go up by like maybe 10-15%. I showed some screenshots in a couple previous videos. And then when the market would open, it's anyone in Europe or just anyone who's up at 4 in the morning, Mullen would go up. They would break their after hours high. They would basically pretty much have a nice, it was crazy. Mullen would go up by like 10-15% during the day. And then after hours go up another 5%. And then market would open at 4. Mullen would be up by 10%. It was absolutely crazy. Different market conditions too. March 2022, even though the S&P crashed, the overall market was really crashing. It was still like at the near end of the bull market. So you really can compare market conditions to each other. But we can take away at what Mullen did then and what Mullen did today. So, anyways, Mullen ended up falling off, and I am still holding some Mullen shares from as low as right below $3. It's all over the place. I did completely mess up today on a couple day trades, which kind of really just it was not a good feeling, but alcohol makes you feel a lot better. Oh yeah, hell yeah, brothers and sisters, whoever is watching. Oh yeah. So anyways, I was up super early. I watched this, and I was basically just watching for a time to really buy more shares in to take a day trade. Because there was the amount of chatter and everything on X, Reddit, StockTwits is just crazy. So I saw this at 7 in the morning, this nice little pop here. And I got a little excited, and I'm like, okay, you know, we definitely challenged this area that we fell off on right at 4 in the morning. But we didn't quite get there. But it's 7 o'clock in the morning. Everyone's just getting up, so you got to give it time. I was actually buying a small amount of shares all throughout this pretty much channel area down here. Whether you want to say, you know, a consolidation area or just basically pretty much in this area. Got really excited when we pushed up, didn't really add, and then I held. We challenged our previous area that we could not get over. We didn't end up making it all the way. And this was actually near the witching hour. Witching hour is 9 a.m. to 9 market open 9:30. So typically stocks dip during the witching hour. Mullen ended up doing the opposite. So I don't know what was going through my brain. Probably just absolute greed. Maybe FOMO, if anything. But then again, it's like, it's a lot of emotions with Mullen. Mullen is very emotional in my book. I started noticing just everything was beautiful. 1 minute time frame. I was also watching the 5 minute time frame as well. If anything, I was actually watching everything from the 5 minute time frame today. And during this time period, it was beautiful. Witching hour started. Mullen was creeping up to the witching hour. It looked like we were about to get a breakover. We ended up wicking. And then I ended up buying in more shares here. And then just boom. Red dagger. Absolute just a kick in the balls. Pretty much all the shares that I was buying in for a day trade just got obliterated. And I went from being up a couple percent from all the new shares I was buying in to now literally being down by 10%. And I'm like, okay, well, this ain't good. But, you know, if this was any other stock, I would have immediately just mental stop loss, just be out. It was my mistake. I really didn't wait for confirmation. I should have waited past this 5 minute candle to see if we would get to the next one. But no, I mean, for the solid 5 minute candle, which is completely, utterly just disastrous. As you see, during this 5 minute period, I'm just watching and I'm like, all right, we might dip a little bit. And then I let my emotions get to me and I'm like, oh my God, this is terrible. I was really praying. Oh, I said some Hail Marys. I said a lot of Hail Marys. During this area right here, probably a lot of you all was watching to see what would happen. And then, of course, Mullen dipped even lower. I ended up getting stopped out, so I ended up losing on a day trade here. Mullen was consolidating into basically this V. So it's actually it's better seen from the 5 minute. We'll actually just talk about the 5 minute. Pretty much an inverse head and shoulders pattern here, 101. Inverse head and shoulders, extremely bullish. You could have played down here in this consolidation, really hoping that this portion of the head would be filled. I was really looking for a breakout, but we just hit a wall. $7.33 seems to be an absolute devastating battle. If anyone is shorting Mullen that is watching this video, oh God, I hope you just kick yourself in the wall. I mean, you definitely made money today. Actually, no, I take that back. And I will say this for short sellers, the fight is definitely not over. There's always tomorrow. Okay, so anyways, I was actually starting to accumulate some more shares in this area right here. And we just hit an absolute pattern. I honestly probably should have sold my day trade bag over here, but I did not. And then I basically held on all through here, and I ended up selling a second day trade for a loss. So I ended up taking 2 losses today. Yesterday was phenomenal. I ended up making well over 1,500, including the shares that I was holding, plus a day trade. Except today, I ended up taking a gigantic loss. So, yeah, it was not good. Probably after yesterday, out of the 1,500 that I made, only a couple $100 left. So, yeah, today was definitely kicking the balls. But I wrote down a lot of stuff in my trading journal. One of the big words that I wrote down was emotions. There is so many people emotionally vested in Mullen. And I've actually talking to legitimately, and when I say legit, I mean legit, 7-figure penny stock traders. And first of all, if you are in the penny stock market, you know who MULN is. If you say, hey, I trade penny stocks, that is, you know, what I do. Oh, okay, do you know who Mullen is? If that person does not say yes within, like, a blink of an eye, then they don't trade penny stocks. What I'm saying that every single trader in the penny stock realm knows about Mullen. Mullen was on the most watched stock all throughout 2023, and also, like, the end of half of 2024 through StockTwits. It was crazy. Absolutely crazy. So, I've talked to quite a few legit traders. One legit trader said he avoids Mullen at all costs, and he doesn't care if this thing goes up by like 1,000% in a day. I asked him why, and he said it's basically like playing chat roulette. Oh god, not chat roulette. Oh, but that could be the same thing. You get a big dong. Not sure if anyone knows chat roulette or remembers chat roulette. Russian roulette. Even though my beer is German, I'll drink to that. So with Russian roulette, you're whether you're doing it, I mean, you're doing it in a group of people, pulling the trigger to your head. I kind of really took that away from him when I spoke to this person last year. I basically took it away saying, you know, Mullen's a very high risk. You either make it or break it. Looking back on that statement, Mullen is like playing Russian roulette. The whole purpose of Russian roulette is that the last player continues to pull the trigger. There's actually a very dark side of Russian roulette of where it came from. But yes, people would be lined up, and once one person got out, the gun would be reloaded. So I think this person was saying that there is really no way to win from Mullen. I took a gigantic win yesterday, and then I got kicked in my balls today. And I know I'm not the only person. Maybe I'm the only person that's going to make a YouTube video and admit it, but I know there's other people out there that did not make any money at all in Mullen today. Yesterday, I didn't make as much as probably some of you all. I kind of wish that I paid more attention to Mullen, especially in the afternoon, but I didn't. I was doing other stuff, but that's my fault. So the whole point about Mullen being Russian roulette is just that I don't ever know if I'm going to make my money back in this stock. The chances are definitely against me. But I'm definitely becoming a more well-rounded trader because I definitely learned some things today. And that is that Mullen just runs on news, man. And without news, I mean, this stock is not going to continue. I am praying and hoping that right now Mullen is up on the day by 9.77%. They're down in after hours by 0.6%. Mullen is not crashing. Mullen's not going up. Mullen is just staying put. Extremely, extremely good. I mean, obviously, if we go to the daily time frame, the volume today was 50 million. Crazy. Crazy. Oh, excuse me. Woo! Absolutely crazy volume. But if we use the Keltner channel, we are definitely above the upper band on the Keltner channel for the first time. The first time we are above the upper band on the Keltner channel. I don't even know how long it's been. Let's see. When was the last time we were on the upper band of the Keltner channel? Let's keep it going. Let's be real here. And it actually does matter. It matters so much why it is so important. RSI, daily time frame, okay, 42. We have a lot of room to push up. But the last time we were on the upper band of the Keltner channel, and I'm not saying Mullen's going to get to this price target, but let's just see. The last time we were touching the upper band was $9,000 per share. Are you kidding? Oh my. February 23. Ironically, when David sold all his shares. That is just absolutely insanity. Absolutely just insanity. If you just think about it for a minute. Like, straight up, just think about it for a minute. So, the only other thing that I'll really have to say is that the volume, if we look at the VWAP, the volume, there were periods of the day where Mullen, especially early on, definitely was above the VWAP, but today was definitely not like yesterday. So, if any of you all did not make any money today, like me, still holding on to shares, still thinks, I still believe that with the right news, we can challenge, we can break this massive level of $7, like $7.70 over here. Going back to the daily time frame, I hate how TradingView does this. Oh, this is so annoying. Actually, TradingView is not the problem. It's 3 reverse stock splits in 1 year. That's the problem. That's the problem. If we go back here, we're going to have a lot of resistance around the high 7s, massive resistance, but we are getting to our old bottom. And I started making videos maybe close to 2 months ago now, because I said, I'm like, hey, Mullen formed a bottom. We basically pretty much filled this entire gap, which is extremely bullish. But I'm not here to say go and buy shares, but this is the realistical point of view. $10, getting over $10 is going to be an absolute fight and struggle. As you see, we tried and we failed, and then we just fell right back down. Once we get over $10, another big area is definitely going to be 13, 15 type area. You see there's a lot of issues over here. If we get over there, retaking 20 shouldn't be too issue. This entire waterfall over here might actually be easy, because the faster we come down, the bigger we can go back up, which is good. We got to fill this gap around $32. Definitely going to be a lot of resistance here, but once we get the ball rolling, and we just keep rolling and rolling and rolling upward, then this thing can start cranking. But we need a reason, and one reason for looking for the future. If you did not capitalize yesterday or today, think about this. The insiders, they don't own any shares. They didn't buy any shares. If David came out and said, hey, by the way, I bought shares, boom, 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 trust and leadership, I would push my cash very hard. That's me personally. But if the insiders aren't buying, then you know, I mean, they have no faith and trust. The other thing that we're waiting on is really sales confirmation. We need a straight evaluation. We need from Mullen leadership to step up and be like, hey, we project this amount this quarter to finish next quarter, etc. Then we can base a valuation play. Maybe Mullen can get up to an evaluation of 100 mil. That is basically pretty much like 2.5 times their market cap right now. So that's when things can get very interesting. But just remember that Mullen is not the only fish in the sea. I'm getting my bum pulverized right now in SoFi. I got an average of, I actually bought more shares today of SoFi. You want to talk about a complete different company. SoFi has just been absolutely punished today. And I'm holding close to now an $8,000 position in SoFi. But yeah, today SoFi fell off a cliff continuing from yesterday's. The market just did not like their earnings. But the difference between SoFi of why I feel comfortable being down about 13-14%, well over $1,000, is because the CEO, Anthony Noto, has been defending his company. The moment David gets back and defends his company, and the only way David can defend Mullen, honestly, is by putting his money where his mouth is. So hopefully the insiders stepped up and actually did buy some shares in the wake of the last 2 days. I don't think there's any restraints. They dropped news. Shouldn't they be able to? So we'll go ahead and see. But just be prepared for future catalysts. Don't worry if you didn't capitalize, especially from yesterday or today. Like I said, there is always another day. Mullen is a very unique beast, and they run. But otherwise, yeah, just be careful. Take it easy, everyone. If you enjoyed this long video, want me to make more, drop a comment, like, and I don't even know what to name this video. It's going to be something. But, yep, take it easy. See you all tomorrow.